Today we're going to make a taco soup recipe. Some call it a taco chili because of just how thick and hearty it is. But either way, you will love it. So stay tuned if you want to know how to make this delicious dish. I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I'll just kind of eye this right here. I'm just going to place that in the pot. And I have this, my Dutch oven today I'm using, guys. I love this Dutch oven and I very seldom use it. I have been using my Instant Pot, but today I wanted to definitely try this out. So I have this oil heating at medium-high right now. And what I'm going to do is add in a cup of chopped yellow onion. So I'm just going to add that in. Get all of that out here. And then we're going to start cooking this and just let it kind of cook down some, and then we'll add in some garlic. And I'm just going to stir this around here and let this eye heat up. I thought it was already heated, but that's okay. No worries at all. I can go ahead and start prepping my next set of ingredients here. So we're just going to let this sit and cook here for a little bit before we add in the delicious garlic. Okay guys, now that my onions here are just slightly translucent, won't take long at all. Looks good. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons, excuse me, I love garlic, but not that much. 1 tablespoon of garlic. And we get that stirred around here until it begins to smell just so scrumptious. I love garlic, I promise you. I really could have put 2 tablespoons in here, but I won't go overboard. Alright. And I still have this on now, like medium-high heat. Alright, it smells good. So now at this point, I am going to add in, now this, you can use 1 pound of ground beef, but I like mine very meaty. So I'm going to add in 2 pounds of ground beef. And this is lean ground beef. And we'll stir this up. And I want to chop this very, very small. I don't want a lot of chunks in this soup, so just kind of break it down as it cooks. So we want to get this brown. This will take a few minutes. We want this completely brown. Then we'll move on to the next step here, guys. This is a very quick recipe, which I love. I love just fast recipes, especially during the week. This smells so good already. All right, so we're just going to let this cook. And again, you can use 1 pound, but if you like a lot, more meatier soup or chili per se, I would use 2 pounds of ground turkey or ground beef. You can even probably use ground chicken, but we're a beef household, so that's what we're using. The ground beef is now completely cooked. Now I have drained the ground beef, so this is just the ground beef without all of the fat. So make sure, please, that you drain this. Now I'm going to add in some tomato sauce, and I'll list all of the measurements and all in the description box for you. So this is just the Hunt's tomato sauce is what I got here. You can use any brand, of course. And then I'm going to add in 3 cups of beef broth. And I just have the Swanson here. Again, just use any brand, but I'm going to go ahead and measure. Sometimes I'll just throw this in and won't even measure, but I'm going to do it properly for you guys. So that's 1. I got another one. And I think this should be pretty much the whole carton, but I may be able to get a 4th cup out of here. Yep, it almost is. But I'm going to add just the 3 cups of beef broth. Ooh, that's a tongue twister. Beef broth. Okay. So I'm adding this in, and I'm going to bring this back to a medium-high. stir this in. Okay guys, this next ingredient is, whew, I love this. I love this kind of tomato. And this is the rotel, and I'm using mild. I'm going to use two 10-ounce cans here. This, you can use regular tomatoes for this recipe, but it's something about that with the green chilies and everything in here. They're just, it's delicious. It just adds more flavor in my opinion. So I'm going to add these two cans. All right, and I'm going to stir this up. Give it another quick stir. This smells so good, guys. Next, I'm going to add a cup of sweet corn, which this is frozen. It's preferred that you use frozen. If you just have canned on hand, I don't think it would make much of a difference, but I use frozen corn. This is organic. So I'm going to use a cup of this. I really could use more. I love corn. That is, oh, I can eat corn just in a bowl for breakfast. That's another thing I can eat besides deviled eggs. FYI. So I'm going to just stir these in. And again, add more if you desire. Next, I'm going to add just, for my choice, it's the mild taco seasoning. You can add, you know, individual herbs, but I just find this to be the easiest, so I'm just going to use this by McCormick, and I prefer mild. A lot of people like it hot, so go for hot if that's what you like. So I'm just going to pour this in. And then I'm going to add some black beans. I have Bush's black beans here. And these have been drained. Now the recipe calls for kidney beans, which my fiance has a hard time digesting the kidney beans. So I may just add another can of black beans. I also have tried the navy beans, which work just as fine. But just today, I think I'm just going to use the black bean for this recipe. But the kidney bean or any kind of bean is optional for this recipe. And last but not least, I'm going to add a bay leaf. I'm just going to lay that in here. Okay, move my spoon out. All right, this is quick, guys. And now what I'm going to do is just cover my Dutch oven. And I'm going to let this simmer for 30 minutes to get all those seasonings just kind of going with the recipe. It's going to be so good, guys. So I'll be back in 30 minutes, and I'll show you what we do next. Okay, it has been 30 minutes, and this house smells just heavenly. I wish you all could just be here to smell it, but you will know soon enough when you try this recipe. It is so, I cannot wait to have this for dinner. All right, and then the last ingredient that I will add here is going to be a half a cup of chopped cilantro. So I'm going to add this in. This really makes it, you don't want to skip this. It makes the recipe so extra yummy, guys. All right, so we're just going to stir this in. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, it smells so good. Where's my leaf? I'll get that out here in a second. And I did not add salt. I will taste this because if you add cheese, which is another option, you know, when you prepare your soup or chili later, the cheese will have enough salt in it, so we're really careful with that. Neither one of us are huge cheese eaters, to be honest, so we're just going to add probably some sour cream to this later. Some sweet onion or the red onion. You can add slices of avocado with this. Even the baby tomatoes. Some people just chop up tomatoes to have with it. Just any kind of side. But we're definitely going to have some sour cream with this when I serve this later for dinner. And we have some tortilla chips that we'll eat with this too. I think we have now the lime ones that have been advertised, you know, with tortilla, the lime or some kind of lime flavor that my fiance loves. So I think we're going to have that with this tonight, but I will show you the final pretty much the bowling when we get ready to eat. But I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and please let me know if you try it and if you added anything differently. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and please feel free to share this recipe. Thank you all for your support and just watching with me, and have a blessed week. Bye-bye.